Hello there, everybody. I'm gonna try to be... I'm doing a little bit of a change of pace. Don't worry, I'll still be doing video games and all that. But I thought I would show y'all what my main Yu-Gi-Oh deck is, because most of y'all, if y'all haven't seen my Minecraft Let's Plays, you will have heard that I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I find it quite enjoyable. Very fun. But there's something very, very special about this deck. Yes, if y'all have caught up with all the meta and all that with the Salamangreats and all that, Salamangreats are not the best deck of the format anymore, but you know, who cares? I still like them. But shout out to my friend Ark for helping me build this thing. I mean, this dude Ark is a flipping genius. If I can actually borrow one of his decks, I may review it on the channel. And the deck that I'm going to be borrowing is probably my favorite that he's built. Let's start with the deck profile, shall we? We have the one Gazelle. Basically, you normal or special summon Gazelle. You can use the effect to dump a Salamangreat card to the graveyard, which means your Will, your Sanctuary, your anything with the anything that is a Salamangreat card, he can dump. Really sad that he went to one. But now, here's a pretty ballsy move if you're playing the meta, which I am not. 2 Spinny. You can activate from hand, give that monster 500 and he'll go to the graveyard. He's really good, but the reason why I don't play him more than 2 is because he tends to brick in the hand. And we run so many rank 3 extenders. So that's why I chose to have him at 2. But then, the guy that we always have to do at 3 because he's just a free search and he is all about that life. 3, Salamangreat Boxy. When you normal summon him, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Really good. His second effect is just as good, because if he's in the graveyard and there's a face-up spell or trap on the field, you can destroy that face-up. You can activate this card's effect from the grave to actually target that spell or trap and destroy it. Really good. That's why we keep him at 3. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But then, this is a cute little tech that Ark decided to throw in because it's kind of good, mainly because it's basically it's a free pop for any of your opponent's monsters. We play 2 Foxer. We don't really want to see her all that often, but we do want to see her later down the line. She's good for like mid-game. I would say beginning and end are not the times you want to see her. 2 Jack Jaguar, mainly for rank 4s. Not to mention he is just great recursion. He is so good. Because once he's in your graveyard, basically if you get him out with like Stalio, when he's in your graveyard, you can target a Salamangreat card, shuffle it back in the deck, and summon him in attack or defense mode. Which, to be honest, I don't know why I was running him at 1 before. But then we have, here's one of the one-ofs. The Falco, there's really no explaining needed with this thing. It's good, but it's not something that you want to see all that often. He's more like a last-ditch effort. But then we have 2 Foul. Foul is just really good. He's a free special summon from your hand. He is so good. He's a free special summon. Not to mention he can shuffle stuff back in your grave, back into your deck to actually... I do believe he special summoned it. I don't know. I'm still working on this. The card that I never thought would actually be good. 1 Salamangreat Mole. Basically, if you've Link summoned this turn, you can special summon this from your hand. But whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish it, target up to 5 Salamangreat monsters, shuffle them back into your deck or extra deck, and then draw 2 cards. It is a free draw 2, and plus it is strong recursion. Don't know why nobody else is playing this. And mainly, this one is, I guess you could say it's kind of like a counter to Nibiru. Hate Nibiru. Is the 1 Salamangreat Beat Bison. You know, I was very confused on why he wanted to put this card in as well until I actually read his effect. Basically, if you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon him, and then you can target 1 Salamangreat Link monster in your graveyard. Oh wait, 1 fire. You can target up to as many fire monsters in your graveyard, equal to your opponent's cards on the field, and then you can shuffle those back into your extra deck, and then pretty much negate everything on their board. Like, say they want to attempt to slap down an Nibiru, and you still have this and you haven't used its effect yet, you can activate that and then get it out. Very nice. But then, one of our other extenders, 1 Lady Debug. There's really no explaining. It's just a free search and getting Gazelle to your hand. But then, time to go into the rank 3 extenders. We have 3 Flame Buffalo. If he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can discard 1 card, draw 2 cards. Very good, very good. But then we have, basically, I kind of like this more than Crusadia Reclusia, mainly because it's just that good and there's a lot more plays we can do with it. We have 3 Backup Secretary. If you control a Cyberse monster, you can special summon her. You can only special summon her once this way, per turn. I think that's enough for the rank 3 extenders. Let's get into the hand traps. And for the hand traps, surprisingly for a Salamangreat deck, very small. We're only playing 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, the common ones, because I can't afford the secrets. But now let's get into the spells. We have the 1 Circle to special from deck or add something from deck to hand. The 1 Sanctuary, all blinged out. And I'm fixing to attempt to bling these out. But we're playing 2 Will of the Salamangreat. Basically, if you have this in your opening hand, you can pop off a lot quicker, which makes it really good. But last but not least for the Salamangreat spells is 1 Fusion of Fire. And now for the rest of the spells, we have 2 Signet Minings. It's basic. The only reason I run Lady Debug in this deck is mainly to make up for that other Signet Mining. But Signet Mining is really good in this deck. I don't know if I want to make like a control variant of this deck, because this is a combo heavy deck. Trust me. And then for the last of the spells, we have 1 Foolish Berry. Now onto the traps. We run 2 Salamangreat Roar, 2 Salamangreat Gift, mainly because we can use both of the effects of Salamangreat Gift. You can discard 1 Salamangreat monster, send 1 Salamangreat monster from your deck to the graveyard, then draw 1 card. If you control a Salamangreat link monster that was link summoned using a monster with the same name as material, you can discard one Salamangreat monster, draw 2 cards. You can only use one effect of Wait, use one? Yeah. But basically, yeah, we can only use this once per turn. Running 2 is just a good number. But we have the 1 Rage. I know most of you are pulling your hair out being like, why does he only run 1? Because you only need the 1. And then last but not least for the main deck, 2 Solemn Judgment. I would bump it up to 3, but I'm kind of broke at the moment. But now let's get into the extra deck. For the extra deck, most Salamangreat players are going to cringe. And cringe hard. Because we run 2 Baylinks. But there's a reason for him. 2 Heatleo, which is standard. The 3 Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, really good at 3. Hopefully nobody touches it. But now for the one-ofs and the link monsters, we have 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Clock Lizard, mainly to get into Violet Chimera a lot quicker. 1 Transcode Talker, mainly because when all of his extra links gain 500. I do believe that includes him as well. Which basically, he's part of the OTK combo. Update Jammer is along with the OTK. Last but not least for the links, 1 Borreload Dragon. I've got the common version of him in his original artwork, but I really don't like that artwork. At least in the common form. I may just get it in ulti soon. But now for the Xyz, 1 Mirage Stalio. I might bump it back up to 2. 1 Abyss Dweller. Mainly for rank 3, or rank 4s. That's why we run as many rank 4s as we have. Not only because they're free specials, but mainly we can get into him. For every graveyard eccentric deck, this shuts him down. And then last but not least, 1 Violet Chimera, the Beast. Why not a lot of Salamangreat players play him is a mystery, because he gains half of all combined of all monsters that were used to actually do it. Say, to get him out, you have to use, say you gotta use Borreload, and say you gotta use Clock Lizard. I've used this combo multiple times. Basically, that buffs him up a lot, making him he is not easy to take down. That's all I can, to say the least. He can't be taken down that easy. But if I was to be honest, I would add 1 more Mirage Stalio in favor of the Update Jammer, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I threw the Update Jammer in there because he's pretty good. He's pretty good for OTK combos. But now we go to the side deck, and warning, this is a very laughable side deck, so this is mainly if I need more stuff. I run 2 Crusadia Reclusia. Sorry, pardon me for the glare. 2 Effect Veiler, mainly because I ran him at 2 in the original deck. You know, Ark took it out. He kind of knows best. 3 Called by the Grave. The only time I would ever side this in is if you're going up against someone that goes with heavy hand trap deck. It's basically modern Salamangreats, so you know. People need to jump on the bandwagon of using all the old stuff. We use 1 Super Poly, 3 Twin Twisters, and for Pendulum Hate, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance. And this card in here is mainly in there for space. 1 Fury of Fire, mainly to special summon 2 from the Salamangreat monsters from the graveyard, just as an extra oomph if I need it. And last but not least, another Fusion of Fire. That's going to be it for the deck profile, but I think here pretty soon, put in the comment section if y'all actually want to see more deck profiles. Because if I can borrow Aric's special spice of a deck, I would be happy to show y'all the decks that he can make. He fused 2 different archetypes that I would have never thought possible to fuse together. But he fused Blue Eyes and Lightsworns, building the infamous deck of Lightsworn Blue Eyes. But let me know if y'all want to see any more deck profiles, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.